Okay, boxing fans, here we go now with some boxing from Alamogordo, New Mexico, courtesy of Michael Sacker Promotions. This is Chris Linson Jr. in the red trunks, and his opponent from Mexico is Ruben Aguayo. We are underway now, round one. Chris Linson Jr. in the solid red trunks. The man with the white stripe, the white trim, is Ruben Aguayo from Mexico. Chris Linson Jr., another of those undefeated young up-and-coming lightweight fighters fighting here in the junior welterweight division. He's also undefeated, and there's quite a few good unbeaten fighters. We have Charles Poison Anaya, Jacob Romero, and of course Chris Linson Jr., all unbeaten in that same division, so we might see things shake out in that division. But right now you're looking at Chris Linson Jr., who's from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Of course, Chris is the son of former world contender, professional fighter Chris Linson. Chris Linson Jr., a former Golden Gloves champion of the state of New Mexico, a real highly touted prospect. As an amateur, probably the highest touted of the three unbeaten lightweights here in Albuquerque. Ruben Aguayo here, the southpaw, looking for the upset here against Chris Linson. Linson in this fight with a record of 3-0, 2 wins by knockout. Opened his career with a surprising knockout over Cuban national amateur fighter. That fight taking place in Las Cruces, and then, or that was in El Paso, Texas. And then Chris coming to Albuquerque and stopping his arch rival from the amateurs, Marty Maestas, the former ABF state champion. And it was Chris Linson with a victory in that one. There you see Aguayo with a left to the body, comes back with a right hand now, and Linson tries to fire back. Chris Linson, who is an offensive dynamo, he's really quick-handed and he likes that offense. He likes to get in there and bang. Sometimes leaves himself open a little bit to the counter shots, but he's not afraid to go in there and mix it up. He's much more of an offensive fighter as a professional than he was as an amateur, in my opinion. The times I saw him, he seemed a little bit more defensive-minded, but as a professional, he's really opened up the offense. There you see him now, and Aguayo just kind of ducking his head, and Linson taking advantage of that. Professional boxing coming to you from Alamogordo, New Mexico. We're outdoors here. A good crowd, too. These people ready for some good boxing action. Of course, this is the undercard of the Pentacontinental title fight between Eric Holland, who is well known as a professional fighter, now back home here in Alamogordo, New Mexico, and his fight against Jose Cantaneo for that Pentacontinental title. But right now we're looking at Chris Linson Jr. and Ruben Aguayo, and Aguayo with a big miss there with a right hand. Tried to load up there on Linson and missed, and that ends the first round. So a good action-packed first round, just as we thought it would be. Chris Linson, the offensive fighting machine, taking on Ruben Aguayo, who's in here looking for the upset. Round 2 underway now. And again, you see Aguayo with that wild right hand. Didn't even touch Linson. Linson now moving forward as Aguayo retreats. And there's Aguayo again with that looping. He's got a sweeping punch that he likes to throw with both hands. Probably not a good idea, because Chris Linson will just shoot straight ahead and fire. His shot will get there first, but Aguayo, and now you see Linson with a flurry on the head of Ruben Aguayo. Chris Linson with the blue gloves, Ruben Aguayo with the red gloves. You're watching the 8-Count Boxing Hour here on Community Cable Channel 27 in Albuquerque. And there you see Linson, as Aguayo missed and lunged in. Chris Linson with the right hand trying to counter and catch his man on the way in. Ruben Aguayo with the southpaw style, leading with his right hand. Chris Linson in the orthodox right-handed fighting style. Again, you see Linson now pecking with that left hand, just trying to use speed with the left hand to score on the head of Ruben Aguayo. Aguayo with his hands up, his chin tucked in. Chris Linson getting popular. He's been on the undercards of the big fights here in town. Linson had a tremendous fight on the undercard of the Danny Romero-Harold Gray fight. A big fight. That was a great, exciting match as both men slugged. And there's Aguayo landing that big left hand, that overhand left. And now Linson trying to answer back. Chris Linson, the busier of the two fighters here. Jazzy JC is his nickname, Chris Linson Jr. And again, you see him now working with that left jab. And Aguayo not bringing his gloves down. You'll see him with the two gloves up high, with his chin well tucked in. He's a good fighter. Chris Linson's going to have some trouble getting to this guy. Defensively, Aguayo is making it tough. Of course, when he ducks his head and swings with those wild punches, that's Linson's chance. Again, you can see Aguayo now trying to set the trap and draw Linson in, and then catch him with that right hook. Chris Linson with good fast hands, decent power. And that ends the second round here. So we're halfway through this one. Boxing coming to you from Alamogordo, New Mexico. Round 3 underway now, scheduled for 4 junior welterweights. Chris Linson Jr. in the solid red trunks, his opponent, Ruben Aguayo, in the red trunks with the white trim. You can see a definite edge in hand speed going to Chris Linson here, as his punches are much sharper. But give Ruben Aguayo credit. He's trying to set the trap and catch Linson with that big hook. There was the overhand left again. He ducks his head and just throws it with all reckless abandon. He hasn't scored on Linson. Linson too quick for that. Again, he misses with the big right hand. Chris Linson needs to make this guy pay if he wants to be that wild. There you saw Linson trying to load up with that right, but he missed. Now he comes back with a flurry as Aguayo works his way out of that corner. There you saw Aguayo duck his head a little bit, and Linson with 2 shots there. Linson tries a left hand to the body there. You can see Linson pressing forward now. He tries to sneak a right hand in. Linson with a lot of feints, trying to get Aguayo to open up here. And there you see Linson again with the quick little pop with the right hand. And a Ruben Aguayo with a left hand to the chin of Linson. Linson took it well, but boy, Aguayo got in there with that thing right on the chin, and he tries the right hook now. Chris Linson supposedly has a pretty good chin here. He's had a lot of amateur fights, and he's shown that he has a good, solid chin. He should do well as a professional. And so far he has, undefeated at 3-0. Looking for his 4th victory in 4 fights here. Again, you see Linson on the attack, doing the offensive work here. And the 2 men tangle up, both off balance. They recovered quick. They get back to the action here. There's the bell. Both men kind of going at it after the bell there just for a little bit. But that ends 3. We've got 1 to go here in this match. Chris Linson Jr. and Ruben Aguayo here on the 8-count boxing hour. You see Ruben's name there spelled A-G-A-Y-O, but it's actually A-G-A-U-Y-O, Aguayo, from Juarez, Mexico. Okay, the 4th and final round now is underway here. Chris Linson looking like he's in command of this one, but the ever dangerous Ruben Aguayo continues to throw those hooks. You can see Linson with the feet quick enough to get out of harm's way when Aguayo just kind of leaps in with those shots. Chris Linson with pretty quick footwork, good fast hands. And there you see Aguayo again with that leaping left hook. He just lunges in. It seems that Linson would have the hand speed to make him pay for that, but so far Aguayo's been getting away with that. I think Ruben Aguayo probably needs a knockout to win this one. He needs at least a couple knockdowns or a knockdown to have a shot at the scorecards. There you see Aguayo trying to jab left hand for him. And Chris Linson easily avoiding the offensive attack of Aguayo. Now you see Linson with a little combination there as Aguayo put his head in there. Now Linson moves in on the attack, moves forward, and Aguayo gives the ground and backs up. Chris Linson, if nothing else, is just more offensive-minded here, throwing more and scoring more. And there you saw Linson now as he sets up a counter shot, a right hand as Aguayo leapt in. There's a left hand scoring from Chris Linson. A warning now to Ruben Aguayo to keep him up. Time running out now for Ruben Aguayo. He should be getting in there, trying to land a bomb here. He's going to need it. Chris Linson so far in full control of this one. Oh, and a big right hand from Aguayo, but Linson took it, and now Chris Linson answers back, and that ends the fight. Let's get the decision from the judges.
All right, let's get both these guys a big hand. All 3 judges see it the same way. Your winner by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner.
I'm Bob Foster, former light heavyweight champion of the world. I always watch the 8-count boxing on Channel 27.